A very tall man Jashil, once bright with the promise of youth, were now dull, reflecting only a deep, unending sorrow. The vibrant spark that had defined her, the innocent joy that radiated from her very being, had been extinguished, leaving behind a fragile, broken spirit. The melodious sound of her laughter, once the heart song of the house, was now a haunting silence. The relentless cruelty of her stepmother, Farzana, and the cold indifference of her own mother had left indelible scars, not just on her tender skin, but deep within the core of her being. Each night, under the vast expanse of the Nepali sky, she would gaze upwards, perhaps in a desperate plea for understanding from a world beyond her reach. She had fought a valiant but ultimately losing battle against destiny, against the suffocating weight of her circumstances, against the very people who should have cherished her. But when the sanctuary of one's own home transforms into a desolate prison, and the hands meant to nurture become instruments of torment, where can a soul find refuge? School, once a haven of knowledge and companionship, became a place she could no longer bear to face. The books that had been her steadfast friends now lay forgotten, coated in a layer of dust as thick as her despair. The walls of her small room in Nepal echoed with the unspoken cries of her anguish, a silent symphony of pain that no one seemed to hear. Her father, whose love had once been her guiding star, now averted his gaze, either unwilling or unable to intervene in her suffering. The society outside, with its facade of virtue, remained a silent, complicit observer of her slow demise. A very tall man Jashil was always in the clouds. A very tall man Jashil was always in the clouds. A very tall man Jashil who lived in the clouds, for the simple solace of a night undisturbed by fear. Then, as the first gentle rays of the Nepali dawn painted the sky with light, Ayesha breathed her last. In the very room where her laughter had once danced, she took her own life, a final act of surrender to an unbearable reality. She left behind a note, a poignant testament to her broken heart. "I'm tired. What was my crime? All I ever wanted was love." A very tall man Jashil, who lived in the town of Hampi, from the familiar landscapes of Nepal. But her story echoes in the silent suffering of countless girls trapped within the invisible walls of their own homes. Her tragic end leaves behind a chilling question that hangs heavy in the air. Will we, as a society, continue to remain